Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers and doers, today I want to talk to you about something that follows us like a shadow, quiet, familiar, and often underestimated. It's something we joke about, complain about, even accept as a permanent part of who we are. But make no mistake, it steals opportunities, weakens confidence, and delays the life we truly want. I'm talking about procrastination. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's not a lack of ambition. It's a form of silent resistance, a barrier made of fear, doubt, and hesitation. It is the voice that whispers, "Start tomorrow," knowing very well that tomorrow never actually comes. And yet, despite knowing the damage it causes, we still fall for its comfort because procrastination offers something irresistible: temporary relief. But relief is not progress. The truth is, every time you postpone a goal, you're not just delaying a task, you're delaying yourself. You're delaying your growth, your future, and the version of you that you could have been. Think about it. Every extraordinary person you admire, whether a scientist, an entrepreneur, an athlete, or an artist, has had to fight the same internal battle. None of them woke up every day filled with motivation. None of them had perfect conditions. But they had something we often forget we're capable of: the willingness to start before they felt ready. You see, the biggest lie procrastination tells us is that we need to feel inspired before we take action. But action doesn't come from motivation. Motivation comes from action. The smallest step forward, whether it's writing one sentence, studying for 10 minutes, or taking the first stride at the gym, is often enough to create momentum. And momentum is the enemy of procrastination. You don't need to finish the race today. You just need to take one step. The reason we procrastinate isn't because we don't care. It's because we care too much. When a goal feels big, important, or capable of changing our lives, we fear failing at it. So instead of trying, we delay. We avoid. We distract ourselves with tasks that make us feel busy but take us nowhere. But here's a powerful truth. You are not required to be perfect, only present. Greatness has never belonged to people who waited for the perfect mood, perfect plan, or perfect moment. Greatness belongs to people who show up, even if they show up scared, unprepared, or imperfect. Think of your future self for a moment. Not the one 10 years from now, but the one you will wake up as tomorrow morning. That version of you will either thank you for the choices you made today or feel the consequences of the ones you avoided. Every single day you are building your future, brick by brick, decision by decision. So ask yourself, what kind of future am I building by postponing the very things that could transform my life? Procrastination steals pieces of our future by convincing us to avoid small discomforts in the present. But discomfort is the birthplace of growth. Every time you push past resistance, you strengthen a muscle far more valuable than physical strength: the muscle of discipline. Discipline is not something you're born with. It is something you build. And like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The secret is to start small. Instead of promising yourself you'll study for 3 hours, start with 15 minutes. Instead of planning to run 5 kilometers, start with 5 minutes. Instead of rewriting your entire future in a day, make one small choice that nudges you forward. Tiny progress compounds in extraordinary ways. 1% improvement each day doesn't feel like much. In fact, it feels almost insignificant. But over time, it becomes unstoppable. That is the power procrastination steals from us, the power of consistency. Imagine what your life would look like if, instead of procrastinating, you moved forward by even a little bit every day. Imagine the skills you would master, the confidence you would build, the opportunities you would create, and the person you would become. You owe that version of yourself a chance. And yes, you will still have days when you don't want to do anything. Days when the weight of your responsibilities feels heavy. Days when procrastination feels easier. On those days, remember this: you don't have to feel like doing something in order to do it. Your feelings are passengers. Your decisions are the drivers. You are in control. Not your fears, not your doubts, not your habits. So the next time procrastination whispers, "Later," answer it with one powerful word: now. Not because you feel ready, but because you deserve a life that moves forward, not one that stays stuck behind hesitation. Procrastination wants you to believe you have unlimited time. But your time is the most precious thing you have. Every minute spent avoiding your dreams is a minute you never get back. And one day, whether a month from now or a decade from now, you will look back and realize that the only thing standing between who you are and who you wanted to be was the decision to start. So start. Start messy. Start small. Start scared. Start unsure. Start tired. But start. Because the life you want, the confidence, the opportunities, the success, the growth are all waiting for you on the other side of action. Not the other side of perfection. Not the other side of inspiration. The other side of action. The next chapter of your life doesn't begin next week. It doesn't begin when you feel motivated. It doesn't begin when everything is perfect. It begins the moment you decide that your future matters more than your comfort. So take that step. Break that cycle. Counter every "I'll do it later" with "I'll do it now." You have greatness inside you. Don't let procrastination dim it. Your future self is waiting. Go meet them.